Ooh. Hi, Biscuit. You heard Mike? No, you didn't. Oh, wait. I have a controller. Where is it? I unplugged it. Alright. Hello, everyone. Day 2. I was a teenage exocolonist. Heard the donk? No, you didn't. Hi, Timachi. Hi, Neil. Hi, Biscuit. Hi, Taupe. Yeah, it's the cat. Okay, never mind. It's not there anymore. But it's a cat. Hi, Spartango. Good to see you. Don't lie to me. No. Wait, yeah, there's Mia now. Yeah. Poor Mias. Anyway, day 2 of this game. We're 12 years old now. I have my tea ready. Yes. Yeah. Strato colony. What was I doing last time? Was I just picking stuff up? I don't remember. Okay, I have full energy though. Oh, right. I was gonna talk to Dad and help him with the animals. Your dad is engrossed with his work, analyzing a robust flowering vine with clusters of faintly glowing beans. He hums and then makes notes on his holopop. Oh, look who's here, he says, realizing with a jolt that you're standing there. I found a really interesting plant. You help him with the animals. Your dad's working with one of the float cows. One of them's sick and isn't producing enough urine as ballast. It keeps wanting to float away. Your dad is building a spike so he can tie her down until she feels better. You hold on to the leash, feeling like a little kid with a balloon. A big, woolly, gassy balloon looks down at you with placid, unblinking eyes. Yourself refracted in them. Weird. Neat. Got a card? Draw fun. Topaz lost again? Yo! Black swan booty. Yeah, what? Biscuit asks Neil, get any booty? Neil said black swan booty, yes. Niffa. Real booty, no. Biscuit says that's all that matters. 2D is better than 3D woman. My tough. Pretty high. I think I have enough for animals now. Okay, wait. That's so perceptive already? Hell yeah. Wait, I have a question. Wait, relationship? Okay, who likes logs? Oh, I can... I can rename the character at any time. This thing. Who likes this thing? I think I'll actually give this medicinal roots to her, so... Here, I have this for you. Medicinal roots. Don't remember, so maybe nobody? Oh. Okay. Alright, well, we gave her the stuff. Maybe she'll like us more. What else do I have? Her fruit? Wait, you know who likes crystals? Because crystals spawn every year too. Anna, just yeet all the characters. Easy. No! We're trying to save them all. I unintentionally save scummed. Just because I wanted to see what happened. you asking for real, for real? Yes, I'm asking for real, for real. Not the save scum. Yes. Okay. What if I give this thing a fruit to Cal? So. Food! Cal grabs the fruit out of your hands and then remembers his manners. Gives you a big hug. Thanks, Lana, I'm starving. How'd you know? I did it. I just know this guy likes plants. I think Mars likes crystals. Cool. Mars is primping in a hall screen she's set up to act as a mirror. You never know when someone important's gonna talk to you, she says, twisting and retwisting her hair around her finger. And no, I don't mean important like the council. Yuck. She smells primly at you. I mean whoever's going to end up being my first kiss. I don't want them to remember that the time you saw me when we were kids and I wasn't absolutely at my best. I found something in my leg. Crystal. She holds the crystal up to the light and gazes into it. The right angle, I can see my face in it. Beautiful. Is she narcissistic or something? Tell me about working at the depot again. Oh, you want to hear more? She humps and tosses her hairs over her shoulder. You know, it's a lot of work. I practically run the whole command center. Requisitions and nanoprinting are the backbone of the whole colony. Wow, she sounds like Administrator Seek. Wait. I didn't mean to ignore her. Wait, I didn't know there was even another option. Mars looks at a loss for words. That's it? You're not impressed? Gee, what does it take? She stomps away, presumably to write an angry post on the colony social media about people who just don't understand how hard she works. You roll your eyes. Mars is angry for now, but you could try asking her for a reference later if you change your mind. F. It's okay. I don't know what she wants, bro. Let's go sneak out again. Oh, there's new events and stuff too? Some farmland has spilled outside the walls. The fields don't look like they're doing very well. No one's around right now. In fact, it looks a bit abandoned. Nothing's growing here anymore. There isn't even enough for animals to graze on. Try to plant something. There's a kid playing at being a farmer. You mess around for a few hours planting some things that look like seeds, but unlikely any of them will actually grow here. Why are we stressed? A nearby pond has been dammed up and washed out the path here. The path continues on the other side. Jump over it. I guess. Events refresh every season. Oh. Fall, bravely fall in and get wet. Lander towards the other side, soaked but victorious. You're strolling along the path when suddenly everything goes quiet. This is never quiet. Always insect noises, the chirping of reptiles, and even the wind in the trees has gone entirely silent. Natural about this place. Okay, whenever you encounter this in real life, you should just leave. That means there's something bad gonna happen. But I'm gonna bravely continue on because I want to see what happens. I'm gonna die, aren't I? JK, I win. Walk through the quiet area. The noise starts up again. We will have to remain unsolved. Spooky. Oh wait, that means the cow thing is gone. Damn it. Oh! Alpines are usually docile little creatures. They don't even come up to meet light. They eat grass and hop away when you come near, but something has riled this group up. You see them fighting each other, getting in close and then rolling on their backs and kicking with their big foot, hunting each other up to 2 meters away. Neat behavior, so you sit and watch until you suddenly realize you're surrounded. They've stopped fighting with each other and they're all staring at you. Pounce. Ooh, kudos. Cute little critters kick you, but you kick back. Send them scurrying back to pick on smaller creatures in the street. This the way. Minding your business when you stumble into something here. Something invisible that makes the hairs on your arms stand on end, like an electric aura. You walk forward, it feels like it begins to feel like something nipping at your ankles, but when you look down, there's nothing there. Back away. The sensation stops. Forward. It's worse. The feeling's like tiny electric bites, and it's growing more intense. Kind of microscopic gnats? An electric field of some sort? It hurts, but maybe you can find a way to avoid it and get through this area. Perceive it. What's name? Okay. Ooh, more kudos. By trial and error and a little intuition, you find a route through, whatever it is. The shock seems strongest near some low-lying fractal palms. You can hear a humming from the plants and decide it must be some kind of natural electric field. Maybe toward of animals. You. Perk, more collectibles. Collectibles respond faster and filled. What? Alright, well there was an animal there. I don't know if the animal good or bad. Dang, Kana got the tier 2 perception perk before tier 1 anything else. I figured if like I play this, it should be like all into something if it's like time limited. I don't remember if this thing was like a majestic thingy or walk into a clearing and immediately stop in your tracks. There's a Unisaur here. Okay, I think this might restore my sanity or whatever. I'm gonna try. Ooh. You settle in to watch from behind. A strand of mush trees. Venusaur looks up at you, startled by your movement. Okay, we've seen this before. Oh yay! Alright, so I did recover some. One of my hinge matches going crazy. Parasocial is the cosplay. First time you've seen a parasocial issue IRL. Well, that's concerning. Auntie, of course I see eye weights. Just in time to over the Unisaur P. Yes. You stop for lunch, eating an earth treat grown from your own greenhouse. Watermelon. Nice and sweet. Like a more solid potato pod. Munch away, spitting out the seeds. Practice spitting seeds. You take the challenge seriously, lining up targets and keeping score. Your aim improves. Wahoo! Actually, spot a group of hop playing in the clearing. But you get pretty close to watch them chatter. Watch them chatter to each other and rub noses. All friends, just like people. But they hop away if you get too close. Their territory, I guess. Wait. Okay. Cool. Yay, animals! It's tier 1. They just fangirling or are they actually showing parasocial behavior? I fangirl over Kana, fangirl over Biscuit too. Definitely not fangirling. She said where she wants to be her friend and will be upset if she's not. Javelin says it's okay, you can fix that. And she doesn't know if the cosplayer just puts up a persona during events, which means, like, I mean, no shit they are. Yeah, because you're gonna be nice to people. I don't know what they're expecting. That's a little sus, you know, Topaz? Tread carefully. The hop eyes are wary at first, but you crouch down and copy their cute little squeaking noises. You bounce towards them, and amazingly, they don't hop away. Play with the hop eyes for a few minutes before moving on. Cute little guys. Too worn out and tired to continue. You have to go home now. Oh, it'll... I don't have any more gifts for you, right? I don't do playing, Tang says, watching Anemone and some of the other children tear through the colony chasing after a sports ball. Why would I put effort into chasing after a dumb ball getting sweaty and tired? For fun? She shudders. I'd rather spend my time doing something important. Hi, Fairy! Wait, I wanted to sit on the wall with this. Help him with Can I? Looking rosy today, my little tomato. Your dad is helping 2 bristlelugs who've gotten tangled on each other while well, maybe they were wrestling. Your dad doesn't want to go into the details. Oh my god, they're breeding. He hefts up the larger one and you carefully pull apart their bristling spikes. Careful not to get jabbed yourself. 10 minutes later, they're back at it again. Your dad shrugs. Hard what it wants, I guess. Oh, I had already leveled up animals that high, that's why. He took a 3-hour nap and then went for... Nice. Huh. Solana, come over here, Mars demands. When you do, she slings her arm across your shoulders and raises her hollow palm to take a picture. Look cool, she instructs you. I need to take a selfie with someone every day, or I lose my streak. She presses her cheek against yours and purses her lips. The picture turns out okay. Mars slaps a filter on it and posts it to the colony message board. Tell me about working at the depot again? Wow, Mars, that's amazing. Lay it on real thick. Oh, wait. No, we've done this before. I go eat now. Sewing. Wow, sewing? For what? Let's hang out with... You look around the lounge. Some friends are here. We'll hang out with Dis. Plop down beside Dis, who's listening to music in his ear speak and ignoring everyone else in the lounge with dogged determination. Very likes to sew. Wow. And it's very practical, useful skill. When it becomes obvious that you're not just going to leave him alone, he turns his music off with a huff. What do you want? You ask him what he's listening to, and he replies, just some old Earth music. Probably won't like it. All you have is Earth music, unless you want to start to listen to the space shanties the adults made up in the last 20 years. You don't know what he's talking about. Tell him about to give you a little credit. He rolls his eyes, but lets you sync your ear speak to his. Grungy sounding rock music fills your skull. Spend a few hours passing music recommendations back and forth in long private soundscape. That's nice. Okay, let's get rid of that one. That one's annoying. This planet's like a body, Tang muses, and we are a foreign invader, much like a virus. Also like a virus, we seek to appropriate the systems of this planet for our own gain, co-opting its growing cycles, using its resources to build, etc. She crosses her arms and looks thoughtfully towards the wilderness. Is it any wonder we've prompted an pure medicinal... My friendship now. Oh my god, we're almost at 50. What is this like? This skit, Mochi says I need to come in. Going skill. I don't think that's how that works. I wanna try to maximize exploration. Ooh, an egg. Okay, yeah, let's give this egg to Cal. Found something you might like. Oh. Hold this to your head now, my darling, you hear as you enter the garden looking for Cal. It'll help with the swelling. Cal is sitting with his mother, Auntie Tia. Kneels beside him holding an ice pack to his head. Cal's eyes are a little puffy. He rubs them and sniffs as you approach. Hey, Solana. Oh, hello, Solana. Tia greets you with a kind smile. Don't worry. Recalcitrance just took a tumble off of something he should have been climbing. Mom, Cal complains. It wasn't that bad. You gonna be okay? I'm okay. I just bonked my head a little. Mom always knows how to make it better, he says with a boyish smile. Even if I'm old enough to take care of myself. My brave boy, Kira says, stroking his hair. Thanks for humoring me. He looks over to you. Let him show off for you, Solana. Brown-based feats of bravery, only for the rest of the day. Cal whines and wrinkles his nose. Kira laughs and wraps him in a big motherly hug, rocking him back and forth. Despite his protests, Cal's eyes close in happiness. He really loves his mom. Wow, wholesome. The first time you've seen Cal's mom? What? But you played this game, what do you mean? close are we even? We're only 20. Like every 10 or something, that's good. You hear Diz sniffling, finding him tucked into a leeward alcove of the walls. He stumbles to his feet when he sees you approach. What do you want? He scowls. I send you? Tang? I'm not going back. I'm not just gonna do what people tell me. You're here to eat this worm. Oh yeah? Diz counters. Well, I double dare you to eat a worm. You can't just turn down a double dare. You're no meek little hop-eye. Slimy, unsatisfying. Very, very gross. This eats his like a noodle, slurping it up and wrinkling his nose as it wriggles in his mouth. Yuck, he says, swallowing it whole, then shows you his empty mouth. Should have known better than to dare a person who fears nothing. Okay, but I didn't have to do it, right? I think so. Alright. Sewing is like a maintenance skill? Yes. Very useful. Jervy's Try Maple Story? Wait, did you beat Persona 3 Reload, Jervy? I want to play the game now. Maybe I'll get it when it's on sale. This one? Teenage Exocolonist? Not even done? Jervy, what are you doing? Wait, Miyochi, are you sure it resets each month? It's a new month. Are you sure it doesn't reset every year? Because I thought the game told me it resets each year. The planet is full of all sorts of bugs. Little wrigglers, hopping beetles, shining creepers, and snaily things. Oh my. You crouch in the long grasses and explore a square meter in great detail. There's so much to see. You don't even know what any of these things are. They don't even have names yet. Just watch. Stare with big eyes at the wonders of the natural world. Caption. One is more frequent than that. Damn, Jervy took that advice to look for a henny-ho and maple story. Oh, Fairy is interested in Exocon. Wow. Jervy's only like a quarter done. With P3R? What's... You don't want to keep going and finish the game? Don't find a henny-ho. Come across a cluster of mushrooms. Not fully grown yet, but they're still pretty big. Give them a friendly pat. Like the mush tree. Second sun is beginning to set, and you're planning on your route back to the gates when you spot Dis in the distance. He gives you over. Hey, Solana, he says gloomily. Wish we didn't have to go home. We could stay out here forever. Yeah, me too. What if... He begins. What if we didn't go home? Today, I mean. What if we stayed out and camped overnight? Gestures to the pack on his back. Brought a tent, just in case. And a permit or something. Found a spot near the depot that looks safe. Wait, we'd get in trouble though. Yeah, maybe you're right, he replies, looking disappointed. I'll see you back at the call. I have to do something first. Head back towards the depot. You hear if Dis is going to try to camp out alone, if he'll be okay without you. Keep exploring. Oh no, do I have to save this kid? Everyone is sick? Cold sucks. Good day, everyone. Oh no! You'll feel better soon, Doc. There's something going around that's neither flu nor COVID. A henna-ho is someone who just is like a fashion person that just sits in Hennessy's and doesn't play the game. Michi has 71 hours on P3R so far. He says, after my first time playing this game, I that his Cypher week and have to come terms with the fields, then it became your most played games in 2022 and 23. Ah, nice. I assume your experience was similar to that of Timochi's. Kirby's entire friend group is like a level 260 in Maple Story. And you spent this time playing League instead of playing with your friends, Jervy? Nice suds. Need a scapegoat. What do you mean? This is the logging area. We done this already. We have to look for this. The muck hides interesting bugs and other treasure. For those willing to put their hands down the right holes, are you? Peek inside the hole. Looks dark. Look closer. Stick your hand. You've stuck your hands down enough holes to know. This one seems occupied. No, you're not sticking our hand in there. This is the depot? Or is that the depot? Where's this kid? That's back where we were. It was just a checkpoint to go home. AFK farm daily. Doc's gonna blame everyone getting sick on that rat. Otto, keep shaking. Otto, stop shaking rats. We're AFK farming all day. What kind of interaction is that? You're like, you guys are on Maple Story all day, how can you say you're not at your PC? And then they're like, oh, my character can AFK. I didn't know they could do that. Oh, they're adventuring Vancouver. What? Wait, how does their character AFK for? How did they not die? You spot a suspiciously regular mound of dirt. Things buried here? Could be dangerous though. Poke it. Cautiously break off a branch and prod the suspicious mound. Look closely for signs of movement. Nothing. Poke further and discover that it's in fact just a regular pile of dirt. Nothing more. Oh, it takes me away from it? Or is this my controller drifting? Oh no, it's just, that was my controller drifting. Alright, let's go home. Home. Wait. Maybe it'll... Okay, it's just you should go home soon. Go to 100 minus 100. Oh, okay, so I have 10 more. Let your mind wander as you're walking and bumble straight into a field of gelatinous blob. Oh wait, I've done this before. Alright, I don't have to read. Yahoo! Oh my god, my perception's almost tier 3. There it is. You can hop along from that rock to the fallen log and wahoo, we win. back. He spent the month exploring. Your dad comes back from work one day looking seriously under the weather. He's pale with deep circles under his eyes and he keeps sneezing. It's fine, he insists. It's just all the pollen in the air. It's up the old hair tubes. You remember hay fever, flu? We've always got it back on Earth, too. Her mom frowns and crosses her arms. Did, she agrees, so why isn't it bothering me? You're a lot tougher than me, sweet pea, your dad says, and your mom rolls her eyes. Sure, I have to get used to it like you did, he continues. Maybe I'll go for a stroll outside the gates later. Really get a good lungful of the stuff. Feel bad for a few weeks, but after that I'll be fine. He's gonna die from some illness, isn't he? Her mom raises both eyebrows. Outside the gates? You? Her dad shrugs, falls into a fit of sneezing and can't answer. Her mom directs him to go lie down in the bed. Need rest. Not machismo, she scolds him. I don't have achoo. Her dad sneezes. Macho bone in my body, food. I have to fertilize the corn and the pixie peas. Mom grunts. Dad pulls a handkerchief from his pocket and sneezes it a few times. Big yelling honks that echo through your whole quarters. He pulls it away from his face and you can tell that something's wrong. Oh. Your dad says weakly, holding the handkerchief away from his face. Bright fuchsia pink and glittering in the light. That's weird. Then his eyes roll back in his head and his knees buckle. Mom yells at you, yells for you to call to instance. Chief Engineer Instance takes your dad's vitals and gives him a cursory look over, but she seems satisfied with what she sees without having to do a thorough examination. Explorers have started calling this the shimmer, she says, shining a light down your dad's throat. Looking a little better, but not much. Airborne environmental toxin, in the pollen fog. You be okay? Doesn't seem to cause long-term damage to the body, she explains. She gestures in the air, making notes on her hollow eye that only she can see. I've been tracking its effects for 3 seasons now. Toxins flushed out of the body after 3 to 5 days, and it's not contagious. He looks down at your father. That means for you, Geranium, since you're particularly susceptible to the toxin, you should be taking better pains to avoid exposure. Must go outside during pollen, use a respirator. Your dad smells weakly. You got it, boss, he says. Mom smells and puts her hand over his. Hi, Otto. Odd. Oh, thank you. As your literal boss, I'm ordering you not to come into work for the rest of the week, she says. You're on strict bed rest. He leans in to touch her forehead to his. They stay like that, smiling with relief. Even after one day of bed rest, your dad's looking a lot better. Clearly anxious to get back out in the fields. You're gonna love this new crop, Solana. It's called a pixie bean. Glow in the dark. Already pulling on his boots. Fields look so beautiful at night. I'm happy we finally found something that would actually grow here that isn't soy. Soy, and more soy. I'm happy too. Why can't we just hang out with this on the wall? Sports ball goes sailing over your head. Wanna train together? Wait till the sports ball pitch. Anemone shares the story about the time her brother Com once spiked the ball so hard that he broke Utopia's nose. Back when she played sports ball too. She describes it in gory detail. Don't go easy on me, she exclaims. That's why you have med beds, right? Plus, I might get a cool scar. She thumbs a blue scaled scar on her jaw right under her. Okay, soon. Tang. Hollow Palm pulses with a message from Tang. Hello, Solana. If you're not occupied, could I ask for your assistance in the lab? Thanks in advance. Tangent. Typical Tang. But her asking for help is something so rare that you can't help but head over right away. Find her hunched over a spectrometer. Notes on a home screen. Oh, you're here, she says, blinking rapidly. It looks like she's been awake for days, wrinkled, a little shiny, and with the wild-eyed look of someone who needs a cup of blep tea. What's blep tea? Cat tongue? Came as soon as I could. I'm researching the shimmer, respiratory illness some people report during pollen, she says. Loath to admit, but I need your assistance. Let. She takes 4 vials with swabs inside and puts them into your hands. You need recent saliva samples from both you and your dad, she says. The reason why he's so susceptible to the shimmer and you're not. You sure have your genetic code with him. Must be some marker we can compare between the 2 samples. Then, he continues, pulling another vial from a rack of test tubes. Administer this to yourselves. Wait 3 days and take the samples again. The test should be able to determine if anything in your body chemistry has changed. She looks at you very seriously, cutting through her blear expression. There's something going on here, she really big. I've begun to realize this is about more than just curing a disease. She squeezes your hand so hard it almost hurts. Unlocking the secrets of the shimmer, what effects and why, would lead to a greater understanding of all life on Bertumna. Knowledge is more than power, Solana. It's control. Okay, I'll do it. For the sake of science. Thank you, Tang says. What is this? +1 shimmer cure, +1 help tangent. I've been researching so hard, I think my eyes are about to fall out of my head. And for what? Well, for the end of a debilitating disease is a pretty good reason, but Tang just shakes her head at herself before you can answer. We're at a disadvantage here, she mutters. Getting blind. To understand this plan if we're gonna get it under our control. Hey, Tangent. Can't give her another gift, damn it. I assume you can't either. OMG, me and Tang hand holding. Why is he outside? I don't think he should be outside. Okay, we gotta go rest again. Nothing much happens this month. You spend most of this time spacing out whatever's in your hair speak, occasionally nodding hello to the other colonists passing through. Binge watch a few seasons of a show you've been meaning to watch. We go to school again? Heck. Fuck. You step cautiously. Oh, I can. Okay, I can go outside through that way, but let's go outside like once a season. Let's study engineering game. Lana, come see me in class. Professor Hall pulls you aside in the hall, Congruent sliding beside him. Cautiously. Don't worry, you're not in trouble. Far from it, in fact. He grabs your hand and shakes it firmly. Never thanked you for, well, saving my life. Chuckles. Professor Hall and I are very grateful for your bravery, Congruent says. Should have been in the creche. This once, it is good you disobeyed orders. Did they find a thing that attacked you? Hal looks unsure. No, but Congruence filled the engineering wing with sulfuryl fluoride for a few days. Fumigated the place. Hopefully that got it, whatever it was. Hal winks. Good thing you were helping me in the classroom when the attack started, right? He laughs and back against his desk, inadvertently sitting on something that pops and gives off a shower of acrid-smelling sparks. Whoops! Says, leaping away from his desk. Danger looks everywhere, Solana. Keep your head on a swivel. Okay, what? I think this is cool that they, that. Dust. It's summer. That. Dust is such a dry, hot season. Both suns are high in the sky, baking the usually lush Vertumnan jungle. if there's a breeze. It's warm, and you guessed it, dusty. Parents are up every day before dawn, which comes far too early for your liking. They're usually gone by the time you wake up and home after you're asleep. You have to visit them at work if you want to see them. Good morning, Gooseberry. Your dad greets you cheerily. Come to see the harvest? Your mom and I are gathering crops for actual Vertumnan dirt this week. Just miss you and Mom. Oh, Buttercup, he sighs, kneeling down to look at you. I'm so sorry. How about your mom and I take the day off and we can have some family time together? I like that. Promised your parents leave work early for the day and spend it with you. Take you for a long walk all the way along the colony, a picnic overlooking the mush tree jungle beyond. Then you head back into the lounge to play a vert space game, an old one where the three of you play mice and you have to build things to solve puzzles together. Your parents tuck you in that night. You must think this is the best day you've had in a long time. Cute. A yellow flower. Oh wait, let's see if I can... This cake full. I don't know. I will just hold it. Hold my kudos. Alright, let's go outside since it's... Oh wait, I should've just went through the front door. It's okay next time. Hello? Hang out here? Wait, nothing's out here? Did I do everything? I don't think I did everything. Alright, I'm gonna reload. I don't want to waste a month, you know. Alright, this is just before we left, right? Cool. Oh wait, I'm so close to having engineering as tier 1. Do that. Using the headout to tell you how many collectibles events you have left. Oh! Wait. Where? Oh! Events respawn in quiet. Okay, okay, thank you, Auntie. Okay, yeah, let's do class. Let's get engineering to tier 1. To further your engineering knowledge, you're taking a mini-class with Chief Engineer Instance on the construction and maintenance of your holopalms. And these devices are engineered bismuth crystals, embedded in your palms when you start school. They use the heat and electric current of the human body to power themselves, to talk to each other, and connect to the holonet. Congruence's massive repository of information. You can hardly remember life before yours. Holopalms were commonplace by the time the Vertumna group first formed on Earth, and the square bismuth is grown in the lab. So the physical device itself isn't hard to maintain. The difficulty is in the display and the touch interface. Instance opens her holopalm, displaying a visible projected screen floating above her palm. As chief engineer, she also has one of the fancier versions that combines with a pair of eyeglasses to superimpose a projection right on top of what she sees. The interface relies on plasma voxel generators, which require extremely small components that are impossible to nanoprint. The material will have to be mined from Vertumna itself. Fang raises her hand. Is it possible to hack these devices? She asks. If the biological electronic interference is so thin, is it possible to hack the human body? In a way, we've already begun to hack the human body. What do you call gentech? Everything the body does and is capable of depends on 4 nucleobases in different configurations. No different than congruence. Human and AI are both built from a limited code, are thus transformed into more by the building. 4 genetic enhancements: hearing and sight, temperature regulation, increased resistance to fear, disease, and fatigue, all present in the human genome, are unlocked by the power of science. The class splits into working groups for installing modules into your holopalm. You and Tangent are in a group together. She begins installing a mod that will let her scan inorganic materials and get a reading of their chemical compositions. You do. Download your own mod. Memory is terrible, so I always have to check. You're good. I appreciate that tip a lot. Thank you. Fang raises an eyebrow, impressed. What module did you choose? A bacteria sniffing sensor? She would like that, right? Ding! Holopalm. Can now help you analyze the presence of over 2,000 different kinds of bacteria and other unicellular organisms. It would be helpful in your studies of biology, mycology, and medicine. Once card time for the 3rd annual Vertumnalia Festival. Gather with your family in the colony square. Everyone takes a seat as Governor Udicott approaches the stage. She folds her hands and serenely addresses the crowd. What a pleasure to address you all today as your governor, she says, looking as pleased as she ever does. Under 3 years, we've built a colony of which we can truly be proud. While we've suffered hardships and losses, we remain standing, as always, looking toward the future we are building together. Let's use this Midsummer Festival as a time to reflect on our many blessings. Fresh water, good food, healthy children, and a strong community. You look around the crowd. Friends, parents, and other adults who have been the background radiation of your entire life. These are the closest human beings around for light years. They are all your family. I would like to formally recognize our youngest council member ever, Utopia, representing Expeditions. Udicott gestures for Utopia and Uncle Tonin to join her on stage. Thank you, Melatonin, for your years of service as head of Expeditions. Tonin gives Utopia's shoulder a squeeze. Utopia's been ready for this since we landed. I'll be staying back to work the comms from here, so I'm always a call away if you need me. Udicott invites the rest of the council to stand and be recognized from the crowd, including your mother, who huffs in annoyance. When the applause dies down, the council sits. Utopia remains standing. Actually, Auntie Udicott, y'all mind if I make a quick announcement? Udicott nods. Utopia clears her throat. I just wanted to say thanks to y'all who are trusting me with this job, she says, her voice ringing out over the crowd. A cheer rises from Expeditions, and she motions for them to quiet down. Uncle Tonin's left some big shoes to fill, and, well, I'm gonna give it my best. We're fixing to get to the bottom of what we're calling the shimmer. The sniffles folks will get during pollen, Utopia continues. Until we do, please keep on wearing your masks when the pollen is thick, and let the dog know when you're under the weather. She bends down to hug the governor as she leaves the stage. Thank you, Utopia, Udicott says warmly. Thank you to the rest of the council for their service. Live music starts playing and Utica smiles. Now, it's time for games and feasting. The crowd disperses towards the feasting table. The area of chairs so the children's competition can be held. What will you do this year? Let's try... bot triathlon? Mom keeps adding complexity to this. F? You hear me? We back? Wait, I'm seeing frame rate fluctuate. Wait, hang on. How about now? Testing? Let me know if you can hear me and it's not stuttering anymore. Okay. It doesn't look like it's dropping frames anymore. Can hear me. Okay, cool. Just move it. Anyway, I also like Utopia a lot. I really like her design. Video was behind, I stopped and restarted it. Okay, everyone should refresh. Probably. Looks stable now, at least. Alright. Com keeps adding complexity to his bot wrestling game. Last year was a hollow obstacle course, and this year there's an accuracy challenge. Think 3 baskets and you can move on to the next stage, Com says, unveiling something with a flourish. A vacuum bot with a basket tied to its head. It chirps as it stomps back and forth, and the crowd cheers. Competing against Anemone and Cal. Knows they're not racing around together. Cal's playing with the vacuum bot, and Anemone is standing next to her brother. You're up first. Wahoo! It helps that Utopia is the only non-child that isn't old. Yeah. Have I murdered anything yet? No! Have you? You thought the accurate portion would be harder. Those vacuum bots can be fast when they're on the mission. No one seems to get bored waiting for you to complete the obstacle, so by the time you line up to take your shots with a sports ball, it stopped running around and is taken to carefully vacuuming the dirt under its feet. You easily sink your baskets and move on to the wrestling competition and win by a huge margin. Anemone pouts and stomps over to Com, yelling that it wasn't fair that he got it easy. He refuses to speak to you until Com sits you both down and makes you shake hands, pointing out that Anemone also got hit by 5 hollow obstacles and couldn't have won anyway. Anemone begrudgingly accepts your win. After the festivities, you take time off for a much-needed, very relaxing break. Your dad sets up slip and slide throughout the con, where everyone takes turns sliding on their stomachs and spraying water at each other. A lot of fun. You can feel your worries floating away in the hot dust suns. Oh, here. Have some medicine. Kudos doubled for 3. I know what's still. Buddy, what happens if I get engineering to 30? Should have known better, Tangent, you hear as you walk past the lab. Curious, you listen at the door. The chief engineer sighs. I know you meant well, but your presumption has cost us 3 months of work. You can't simply look at an experiment and change the parameters to your liking. Getting results is not the same thing as doing good science. Your findings, however scientifically interesting, are useless to us without sound methodological underpinnings. Tang's response is more subdued than you've ever heard her before. Sorry, Chief Engineer, she mumbles, looking at the floor. Recognize the error of my ways. I should hope so, Instance replies, pinching the bridge of her nose fingers. I'll expect you in the lab first thing tomorrow morning, and I will personally supervise your work in setting the experiment. Plan against the wall as Instance breezes past you, barely giving you a second look as she strides down the hallway. Poke your head inside the lab where Tang scowls and wipes her eyes. What do you want? It'll be better the second time around. Tang nods. You're right. The first experiment was plagued by inefficiencies, she says, pushing herself off the lab bench. That's why I changed it in the first place. In the new experiment, I can eliminate those inefficiencies from the start. Thanks, Alana. You have saved me expensive work. Losing the data was my fault, she continues. I wanted to prove that I'm not the little kid from biology class and that I'm ready to work hard and make some really great discoveries. Dr. Instance has always been there for me when I was a kid, and now, with my mom gone, she's the only adult in this colony who sees what I could become. She believes that I can be better than what I am. It's always been that way. I just really want to impress her. You will. Hong Hung's in agreement. I only hope so. Why are you murdering things? What the fuck, Otto? Ooh, look at all the kudos. Mid dust. Late dust. Watching you. Extra card draw. Draw an extra card at the start of the challenge. Next stacks. Wow! Reasoning. +1 to mental cards. Ooh. Wait, I just wanted to see if there's like any new thing now. Oh. This? Great, deliver supplies, because kudos. Hi Val, OMG, I love this game. Wow. I'm enjoying it a lot. I didn't know what to expect when I was going in. Timochi essentially paid me to play this. Parasocial girl going further to Lulu. OMG. Topaz, why are you still talking to them? It's been a while, but it's time to attend a meeting of the Secret Fun Times Club. Mara started the SFC years ago when you were just little kids. Angela and Tammy agreed to join at the time, but then you all get busy with other things and forgot about it. And then Tammy died. Meet in an unused conference room in command, which Mars says is perfect for a secret club. Club Press Mars brings the meeting to order. Hong, vice president of Writing Down Secrets, records the meeting notes on her holopalm. As the vice president of Fun Ideas, it was your job to come up with something for the club to do today. I was making friendship bracelets and brought all the supplies you'll need. Today, Mars announces, We're gonna make friendship bracelets. And I have an even better idea. We're gonna sell them to people for kudos. That isn't really how kudos are supposed to be used, but it's just hard to argue with sometimes. The three of you spend the afternoon braiding bracelets out of recycled bits of wire and bright plastic packaging scraps. Your hearts aren't really in it though. All three of you know that Tammy would have made much better at this than you. Making friendship bracelets was one of her favorite things. She was always giving them to people and didn't expect anything in return. Eventually Marzu calls the meeting early. She takes all your misshapen bracelets and looks at them dubiously. I don't know if people want to trade their kudos for these, but I'll do my best. I'll put the kudos in the club treasury. Meeting adjourned. You ask Tangent if she thinks Mars is actually going to sell them. I think so. Rong tells you. The club doesn't even have a treasury. She'll probably just keep the kudos for herself. She doesn't seem to care. Ain't healthy to think about a pseudo-celeb this much. Yeah, it's not. You're taking Jav's advice. You can fix her. No, you're not. You're just scheming, surely. I'm gonna do this. Whoa. Real reason is you mean you just want to see what happens if you snap out of it is all. Alright, good luck, Topaz. Ooh. Bright blue bra. Secondary reason, you've never been in a position to tell someone no yet, and you have no clue how. How long have you been talking to this person? Hal's lying in the scrub grass at the edge of the garden, staring up at the sky. He blinks at you as your shadow passes over him. Hey, Solana, he says, smiling around a stalk of grass between his teeth. You ever just take some time and appreciate this place? That sky, clouds, and rain and wind. After growing up on the Strato, it all seems pretty magical. I have a thing you might like. Said that before. Thing? Want a gift? Here, more medicine. Great, how's our friendship? That says 50, right? Oh, yes. Wait, I should have gotten an achievement already. Damn, you know. What if everyone died? I didn't save anyone. Bruh. I'm sure that's an ending. Alright, I want more kudos. Show up to the delivery depot, bright and early, as most of the colony is still yawning and pawing around for their morning cup of black tea. Nick is there with a large stack of thin white triangles. That paper? Wait, so nostalgic. Yes, he comes. Governor Udicott is quite sentimental when it comes to these things. He even signed each notice by hand. I myself have traded in my hollow palm stylus for a pen. You're to deliver a stack of these reports to every council member in the colony. Deke asks you not to read them, but says it's just boring adult stuff you wouldn't understand anyway. You clutch the papers to your chest and nod. Stop his engineering. Paper? Dr. Instance is exasperated. Governor's sending messages by paper now. Is this a joke? Tell me this is a joke. Shuffle your feet nervously. Zeke seems serious to you. She skims the first page, muttering to herself. And there's sensitive information in here. All the superfluous, technophobic, sentimental foolishness. You back quietly away. Next stop, the cafeteria. Auntie seated takes the notices carefully with both hands. Paper! Strange idea. Oh, look! Governor Udicott has even signed it. What marvelous handwriting she has. I wonder what I'm supposed to do with this once I'm finished reading it, she thinks aloud. Throw it in the assembler? Seems far too precious for that. Well, I need to get a filing cabinet in here, I wonder. I suppose I can recycle it for craft time. Next up is the expedition's office. Hey, Solana. Utopia greets you outside, holding a heavy crate filled with something alive struggling to get out. Just leave the notices on that bench there, okay? I'll bring them inside in a minute. Paper memos, huh? Is your cut really that old? What's next? Toilet paper? Okay, I hope that means like they used the bidets. Topaz has been talking to this parasocial person for 3 weeks. Now we're talking a little more. Also, since I'm Demi, I don't know if I'll be attracted to them romantically till like, well, yeah. If you're just fine making friends, but you want to be friends with someone who's like that? Wiping booties is for normies. You better be a normie. The moment you put the documents down, a gust of wind picks them back up and they fly everywhere. Snatch for them, but accidentally drop the rest of the stack you're holding. Scramble to pick them all up. Shove the papers back together haphazardly, embarrassed at your clumsiness. Refrain from sneaking any peeks, I get, because I can't. You dutifully deliver the remaining reports to Chief Rat and your mom, who seem confused they weren't sent via the holonet. You're a good girl, and a good delivery person. You feel proud and important for delivering all the messages like you were told. Super win! For legal reasons, Javelin was joking that you could fix her. Yes. Don't do it, Topaz. I'm just double checking. Alright, classes again? Let's study... humanities? Today's assignment's an easy one, Hal says with a yawn, because I was up late preparing Congruence's subterminal and I could use a nap. I'd like you to write an essay on what the Vertumna colony means to you. My friends are all here. Write about all your buds and the fun things you do together. Hal wakes up from his nap. He asks a few students to read their essays. Mars is annoyed that you hardly mention her. Really and Earth are not friends, so... What the heck? That's so random. I agree, it's not a good sign that someone was already capable of falling into this weird behavior. Now I'm gonna take Jav's word literally, I can sure fix her. It's definitely a terrible sign, but since I'm not really in a rush, I don't mind to see what happens. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I've still no clue how to end a talking stage. You... If you want to meet them, you would ask. If they want to meet up and do something. But if you don't want to meet them, they can be your like online pen pal if you want to keep talking to them. Or yeah, you could also ghost them, but I think that's not the very mature way to go. What if you just want to keep talking? Then stop responding. Just say no, no, I know. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Doc must inform Otto that he's currently using that rat that Otto used to shake a lot as a scapegoat for everyone. And now, and being sick at the moment with the flu. Thank you in advance for allowing it. Just tell them you're going to sleep. Oh wait, no, it's morning. Tell them you're gonna study. Or whatever. I don't if you're in school or something. Now you can't talk no more. Don't say see you tomorrow. Study life science. Wait. Humanities. You learn that the language you speak, Esperanto, is a conlang, or a constructed language, designed to be easy for foreign speakers, at least European ones, to learn and hope that it would bring people together. The word Esperanto means one who hopes. Now it's Spanish. Oh, espera is hope. Esperanza. +1 for each unplayed card. Sure. Woohoo! I'm gonna study it permanently. Don't ever talk to me again. Yup. It is. Where's Mars? Deliver supplies. Mars has asked you to recruit some new members for the Secret Fun Times Club. Who do you approach about this fun, exciting opportunity to make friends and be your own boss? This, I guess? This will be easy to recruit, you figure. His sister's already in the club, right? Well, wrong, I guess. No, this fumbles, flipping his hoodie over his head. I have better things to do than being your stupid club. This, but he shakes his head. I want someone to make fun of. Go away. Though you don't manage to recruit him, you can tell just is secretly happy that you tried to include him. At least you think so. It's okay. It's hard to tell. I have a strong suspicion. The meeting starts as usual, except for Mars's foul mood. Seriously? Nobody found any more recruits? Do I have to do all the work around here? Good thing I convinced Callan and Anemone to join. What? Like it's hard? Anemone can be vice president of kicking stuff, Mars announces. You know, for if we need extra security or like if we need to open a door and can't use our hands. And then Cal will be vice president of transportation. Cal pulls out his hoverboard and grins. That'll be useful if we need to get somewhere fast. Or if only one of us does anyway. We can deliver secret messages too. Mars makes them raise their hands. You promise to always be cool kids and do fun stuff together and never ever tell any adults about the Secret Fun Times clubs. Alan and Anemone agree readily. Topaz has this other talking stage that you kind of lost interest in after a good initial convo because she's a bit too extrovert or immature-ish for your taste. Timochi says, tell them that their skibidi levels were just too toilet and they'll never achieve true skibidi toilet harmony. Good day, good night, see you never, says Doc. Topaz, that is not W-Riz. You're searching on TikTok on how to end a talking stage. Surely they'll have reasonable answers that are not chronically unlucky. That's almost a cringe alert for being bad. It's okay. Fine, don't worry about it. This is Superman? Yay! Two data points form a line, but 3 is a pattern. The colony has been high alert all glow, hoping that the creatures from beyond the wall don't return for a 3rd year in a row. Surveyors keep reporting that there's unusual animal activity. The plants seem different, they say. And the new tracks that must have been left by creatures larger and heavier than you've ever seen when the other colonists drew evacuation orders. In engineering, when you hear the sirens ring throughout the colony, you cover your ears against the noise and make your way to the nearby classroom. This is one of the assembly points, so you should be safe here, but it wasn't so safe last year for Professor Hal. What if something else gets in? Look at Professor Hal, and he looks back at you. Last year, you saved his life. Right here. He clears his throat, visibly trying to stay calm. All right, children, he says, subconsciously touching his neck. Just remain seated. I'm certain everything will be fine. I've been told this before. As sirens continue, you face up the choice. Okay, sneak out. While Professor is distracted, you crawl out from behind the table. What are you doing? Mars whispers angrily, but you ignore. Along the back of the room, duck out the classroom, down the hall before anyone can. Slow to a walk near the outer doors of engineering. Something doesn't feel right. Stop to listen to the dim emergency lighting and hear the metallic popping of something. Ventilation ducts? Blood goes cold. Sisters, they're here. What was this? Gain status heroic. Namcon is almost on red alert. Well, yeah, it's dark out. What about, I've enjoyed getting to know you, but I don't think we'd be a good long-term match. That would work, if that's what they're looking for. Lost, thanks for the 23 months. Subs for 6 months in advance. Thanks, Lost. What? Follow the sounds to the workshop and force yourself to look up at the slats of the vent. Gasp. 2 glistening bug-like eyes peer down at you. No, 4. 6? They blink in syncopated pairs and hear it over the sirens. Soft pinging noise, halfway between a chirp and a purr. The creature skitters spider-like one side of the vent to the other. A small furry tentacle slithers through the slats, searching for the vent release, but it can't. It bangs its body against the inside of the vent, denting the metal. Tame it. 42. Oh my god. Do our best. Okay. You totally weren't fixing your linked card. Can't believe my card exposed me. Oh, I see. I just use that emote as I'm scared. How's it going? Kinda pretty good, I think. We're gonna see if someone else dies. It as I see, well, I saw it as a map to murder you. Win it over by reading its body language and slowly rebuilding its trust. It seems to want to join you, and you hope you'll be allowed to keep it. Oh my god, I got a pet! You look up the species on your holopalm and learn that's the freaky. No name for the trolls they make, which yours is making now, cuddling against your leg. They're either male or female, though they do require a mate to reproduce. So what's they then? You decide to name it Freaky. Just Freaky. Easier to keep track of them that way. Not long before the signs turn off, ringing 3 short pulses as the all-clear message flashes on your holopalm. You and the other children file out of engineering, and you head back to your quarters. Parents will want to know that you're safe. You manage to smuggle your new pet Riki under your jacket and hide it under your bed before they arrive. Dad gives you a big hug. Your mom slumps into a seat at your small table. It's like they were specifically going for geoponics this time, she mutters, but your dad pets your hair and trusts her. Sure wishes bad luck, Flute Bell. He says, but your mom shakes her head and folds her hands in front of her mouth, staring out the porthole at the fields. My pet! Hello. Wait, how do I interact with it? Oh, it follows me. Hello. Mars does a little whirl. You wouldn't believe how many kudos I need to use to nanoprint this dress, she says loftily. I won't even bother telling you. It would only make you jealous. Do I have this thing for her? No one died. Found something you like. You know, Solana? You're alright, Mars says as you approach. You blink at her, trying to figure out what she means. Right, what? At your stunned silence, Mars laughs and tosses her hair over her shoulder. You're alright, she repeats. You actually have good taste, unlike all these other nullheads. Ever since we landed, it's been help with this, Mars, and don't waste resources on that, Mars. It's boring. At least you understand the importance of sophistication. You shoot the breeze with Mars a bit longer. At some point, Dis skulks out of the living quarters and has to pass you both, clearly not trying to draw your attention. Ugh, where's he going now? Mars mutters to you, and then raises her voice so Dis can hear her. Try not to get eaten by aliens, she calls out to Dis. If you die out there, they can't use your body for fertilizer. Don't be a waste. Shut up, Mars. Dis is cool. Say it loud enough for Dis to hear. He looks at you with wide eyes before scurrying towards the walls. Huh, Mars says with a little smile. No accounting for taste. She seems to respect that you challenged her. She watches Dis appear from sight and shrugs. Maybe you can get through to him. I've tried. But he doesn't care about contributing to the colony, or being popular, or earning kudos, or anything important. What do you contribute, Mars? Mars laughs and puts her hands on her hips. Contribute plenty, and you know it, Solana. People need someone to tell them what to do, don't they? Sometimes. If people need direction, I guess. People are dying here? Yeah, unfortunately. Even children. Actually, the first person that died was a child. You catch Kel at the gate to the gardens. He's carrying a big bucket of rocks. Hi, Solana, he exclaims. Pauses to pat the head. Hello to you too, Riki. Oh, I'm supposed to tell you there's a new park near the geoponics now. We can run around all we want. Nobody will say we're trampling the fields. You should come play there sometime. Green Riki. They'll love it. How do I pet my pet again? Oh, it just bounces. Yes. You slip through the colony gates, feeling the breeze from the mushroom forest ruffle your hair. Look around for Dis, but he's nowhere to be seen. You went to class today? Probably not. You're about to return to the colony. You hear what sounds like crying coming from one of the expedition vehicles. Pull back the tarp that keeps it from being blanketed with fungal spores and find Dis curled up in the cabin. He wipes his eyes and turns away. Go away, he mutters. Are you okay? Fine. Just leave me alone. Want to talk about it? Man, I need to persuade. Why don't you go ask my sister, he mumbles. Tongue is so mature, she knows everything. I'm just a sensitive little crybaby who doesn't know anything. He wraps his arms around his knees, hides his face in his knees. I hate her, he mutters. I think she's so smart, but she's just a big meanie. I hate everyone here. I hate being here. I just want to be left alone. Please don't commit Sudoku. You find Tang leaning against the wall of the lab, looking out onto the hustle and bustle of the colony. Auntie C didn't try to talk me about puberty today, she says, rolling her eyes. It was a pleasure to tell her that I seem to be suffering no ill effects from that malady. She crosses her arms and shrugs dismissively. Perhaps there is a limit to genetic recombination therapy, as I do not seem to be undergoing the effects common among those who are born to this array of hormones. I should advise Chief Engineer Instance. Okay. All events have respawned. Okay, let's wait. Oh, like wet or something though. Wait, do my parents know about my pet? Okay. If I'm in here, maybe I should equip. That. Alright, let's go to humanities class. Professor Hal hands you a stack of blank paper and a box of pencils and asks you to pass them out to the class. Today in humanities class, we'll be practicing our handwriting. Your tangent group beside you. But Professor Hal, she whines, why would we ever need to write by hand when we have holopalms? Exercise will be part history lesson, part future skill, he tells the class. We may not always have holopalm technology here in our little colony. Our replicators and computers will break down eventually, and when they do, we'll have to rely on low-tech solutions to everyday tasks. The first lesson, how to correctly hold a pencil. The other students get to work learning how to print by hand. It's a little bit like holding a stylus, but the texture's all wrong. Your letters are small and cramped, and you have trouble keeping them in a straight line. Tang, though, is suffering the worst. Ha! Mars laughs. Looks like we finally found something Tang isn't good at. Look, she keeps mixing up her lowercase a's and e's. Tang is used to using a stylus with her hollow palm, but she's never actually drawn the letters. She fumbles like a child, bashing her fists against a hollow palm for the first time. Painful to watch. Tell she's getting more frustrated with each letter. Mars, on the other hand, has lovely penmanship. She can even write in cursive. My papa taught me when I was little, she says, showing off her paper. Cultured people know how to write for real. I'll help you, Tangent. I don't need your— okay, I was afraid she would do this. I don't need your help, Tang sneers. She hates being bad at something, but being patronized is even worse. Just let me do it myself, grumbles, balling up her fifth piece of paper and tossing it on the ground. Mars laughs, but after a few minutes of tense silence, she looks over to Tang's work. Pressing too hard, Mars tells her softly. It's in your grip. It's different from typing in the air with a stylus. Try moving with your shoulders instead of your wrists and fingers. Tang takes a deep breath and tries again, slow and deliberate. Mars nods and slides closer, putting her hand over Tang's and guiding her pencil on the paper. There, see? Getting it, she murmurs. Thanks, cheese go pink. Oh my god. Lesbians already? After a minute, Tang eases her tension and her writing starts to flow more naturally. Thanks. Stammers, pushing her chair away from Mars. Lesbians in denial, apparently. Oh. You wake to the sound of your parents arguing in hushed tones, clearly trying not to disturb you. Blink away the sleep from your eyes, eventually remembering. Wait, is that your 13th birthday? Your birthday cuddles. Always make a big deal about your birthday. Peek out through the privacy curtain on your bunk and listen in on their argument. Being unreasonable. Luana's a teenager now. You have to give her the opportunity to take calculated risks. She'll start acting out. That's just what being a teenager is. Going off into the wilderness isn't a calculated risk, your dad replies. It's too dangerous. Her parents are. If they ever disagree, they sort it out quietly or go to meditation. This time they sound really upset. It's unsettling. You don't... They glance at you. Mom holds up her hand to silence you and goes right back to talking. Ranium, you said yourself that we need every person out there surveying for edible native plants. You're even going yourself. Why not our daughter? Dad flails his hands helplessly. Because, Flulu, she's our daughter. It's our responsibility to keep her safe. You're not keeping anyone safe by coddling her, Mom almost shouts. Dad flinches in shock. Luana's survival depends on her understanding of the planet we're living on. You're not doing her or the colony any favors by pretending like that's not the case. I can take care of myself. Point out that you saved Tammy's dad while sneaking out, so that it's clearly proof you can handle yourself. Your dad's shoulder sags as he shakes his head. You don't even know what's out there, kiddo, he mutters. Your mom's fierce expression song. Hey, Solana. Sorry, it's your birthday today. You're arguing like a pair of assholes. Happy birthday. They both give you a hug. Meant to order up from the canteen and have your usual birthday breakfast, but we got to talking about Utopia's opened up positions and expeditions for kids 13 and older, and, well, that's you. Now. I suppose we'll have to let you spread your wings one day, your dad relents. I just feel better knowing you were safe here inside the colony walls. It gives your mom a faint smile. We decided early on to let you choose your own path in life, so if you want to join the expeditions, just be safe. Hi, Jet. What's up, dog? He is ill. You heard the stories about changelings? This muses, scrolling through the book of mythology on his holopalm. Old Earth humans used to think that fairies would steal human babies and replace them with their own. Scratches his cheek. That happened with me and Tang? That would explain a lot. Sometimes it feels like not even really human. Oh no! Poor kid. Oh my god. Find your dad comparing some plant samples. When he sees you, he puts down the test tubes and gives you a big hug. Kiddo! He exclaims. Then kneels down to you to look at you in the eye. I've been thinking. Let's say I'm sorry your mom and I were arguing on your birthday. We disagree sometimes, just like every couple. It's unfair that you had to see how the soy sauce gets made. Okay. He pats you on the shoulder. Saying so. You're a great kid. Your mom and I talked it out. We're both really just putting our everything into the farm right now. It's kind of making us snappy. You don't have to worry about it, okay? He squeezes you into a hug. Want to join Utopia's exploration team? Just be careful. It's dangerous out there. Wahoo! Is 5 out of 500. Okay, you know what? Let's just take a break. Oh wait, where's the park? there a park in geoponics? Oh, here you go. -100 stress. When Cal walked through the park, a special place set aside for growing ornamental plants from Earth. It was grown from a precious seed bank preserved for over 20 years aboard the Stratospheric before your mother started planting them here on Vertumna. Almost nothing here is grown for food, although many of them are technically edible. No green here, Cal says, stopping to smell a bush of fist-sized red flowers with velvety petals. Wow, smells so sweet. So peaceful. Cal breathes deeply. Funny smile on his face. It really is. One of my favorite places in the whole county. They feel the love in everything. One pretty white flower, in particular, is flourishing here. The Astrantia, mother's favorite, seem to be growing faster than even native plants do, covering the paths and bluffs with tiny white stars. You practically have to push clumps of it aside in some places just to make sure you don't crush any. I think it's so beautiful. Alright, let's go inside. Cautiously stepped. I am tough enough to go out now. Utopia, let me out. You cautiously stepped through the colony gates. Alana, how's it going, little sis? Chief Surveyor Utopia steps casually out to bar your way while making it look accidental. Well there. I don't know if you're ready to head out there and join the surveyors just yet. I'll just get that and stick to sports ball inside the walls for now. She rubs her knuckles into your scalp and sends you on your way. I'm tough enough. Well, I'll be, Utopia drawls, grappling you playfully. Wait, lying kid, you got grit. Scans a roster on her hollow palm. Yup. Looks like you're approved to start with the junior survey teams. You look like you won't wilt at the first sting of slapgrass. You're close to begin with. Down here in the prosaic plains. Come see me when you're ready for an assignment. Ooh. Wait, I can just walk out now. Wahoo! Oh, what's this? Or nearby. Bravery? Let's do bravery. Utopia's working near the gates. This area has been deemed safe enough for kids to go for a hike so long as you're back before dark and never go out during the glow. There ain't a lot to see out there, she says. A logging camp, a few fields, some nice lookouts. Been out here before, but that was when you weren't supposed to. You let her give you her advice anyway. Keep your eyes peeled for useful things like... Keep your eyes peeled for some useful stuff, like that mushwood log. She points to the light, sturdy wood by the side of the road. Lumber carrier must have dropped it. Fairly safe out here, but don't go... Don't... Totally safe, she cautions. Don't go too far. And if you see anything that scares you, run like heck and make a ton of noise. She helps tighten the straps of your backpack. What you hoping to see out there, sweets? Just checking things out. Right on, she says, patting you on the back. Looking like a true explorer. Keep your eyes and ears open, you might learn something. Things go pretty wild out here, she continues. If you picked a place clean, give it a year. That'll look like you were never there at all. The mug hides interesting bugs and other treasure. Another hole. And in there. Oh, the hole is full of sugar bugs. Okay, this palm-sized balls of squish exude a sweet syrup when you tickle them. You fill a bottle with it and let them go again. It'd be worth a few kudos to Auntie Sita in the kitchens. A Avoid block fence. Ooh, I can walk past things. Wait, this is OP. Bunny. This again. When did I get minus kudos?